Texas is the first state in the nation to make buying sex a felony.
A groundbreaking law passed during the last legislative session, but enforcing that law is another story. A year later, investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski discovered most of the criminal cases were dismissed.
Whether on the streets or online, it's festered for years. A parade of Johns driving the sex trade and sustaining human trafficking. It's why Texas lawmakers took unprecedented action to disrupt the demand.
To make sure that Texas is way ahead of every state.
They passed a first-of-its-kind law making solicitation of prostitution a felony, punishable by up to 2 years behind bars.
The most important change, though,
And Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg praised the tougher penalty and pledged,
and we are prosecuting individuals arrested for just that.
But we found an issue.
You can sign a bill into law,
but it has to be implemented correctly.
Caroline Roberts is with the advocacy nonprofit Children at Risk.
So that's always a question that we have. How is this law being implemented?
Since the new law took effect, we found the Harris County DA's office rarely got felony convictions. Only 5% of all cases disposed. 77% of those cases were dismissed under what's known as pretrial diversion, where a defendant takes a class, pays a fine, and has a chance to get the charge expunged, wiped off their record.
My question there is, what does that diversion mean? Is it a very robust, well-vetted, evidence-based program that is done weeks and weeks and weeks?
Roberts cautions against some of the programs offered online.
It's not accountability to just check a box, watch a video, and
be done with it.
Be done with a felony.
So we had some questions for the DA's office.
Is this soft on crime?
No.
Prosecutor Nathan Beadle is a trial bureau chief.
Why so few felony convictions?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that.
Beadle says the sex buying cases, quote, lack priority compared to murder cases, sexual assault, aggravated robbery, and other violent crimes when there's only enough resources to go around. He adds that pretrial diversions are usually offered to first offenders only, and the recidivism rate is among the lowest of any crime.
In most cases where people get pretrial diversion, I think it's absolutely the right way to go if they complete the necessary programs.
But when pressed on the quality of those programs,
Does the DA's office have any sort of master list on what programs are solid, verifiable, worthy programs versus others that are not?
I'm not aware of a list that exists.
Should there be one?
Well, that's something that we could definitely look at, for sure.
now other counties such as Montgomery are enforcing the law much differently. Prosecutors there tell us in most sex buying cases, they are getting convictions and only offering pretrial diversion in a few. Jeremy Rogowski, KHOU 11 investigates.